So let's talk about yield farming today. So in this short video, we're going to go through what is yield farming, what are the few criteria by providing liquidity, and for everybody who are new or who already have experience for yield farming, maybe you can learn how to provide liquidity in some of the DEXs, what I'm using every single day, and also some of the tools, what I'm using every day in the yield farming world. Now, there are many things why you can do a yield farming, and also people love yield farming because you're earning a passive income. Basically, you provide liquidity for two assets and you earn some income. And the people who don't know, they will say, what the heck are you talking about? So let me explain you in this video. Again, we're not going to provide liquidity in this video, but in the next video I'm going to use the tools like VFAT, and then I'm going to do a video for Crystal, one video for VFAT, one video for Aerodrome, one video for Radium, one video for Orca, and I'm going to provide liquidity for every single video in different DEXs, so I can show you how easy it is to provide liquidity. And also probably in the next video, what's going to happen in the next couple of days, I'm going to tell you how I'm doing the research for what tokens I'm going to provide liquidity. And just a huge disclaimer, nothing in this video is financial advice. Do your own research and never ever put more money you can afford to lose. So again, leave me a comment, let me know if you want me to cover any specific coins for providing liquidity, or any specific chains or DEX or anything you want me or you want to see. Now, let's go first. So what is yield farming? So as if you see, so let's say VFAT and Crystal are amazing tools to provide liquidity in easiest way. However, I'm doing a huge now experiment by providing liquidity, same liquidity on VFAT with the same range, and also same liquidity, same pool, same range on Aerodrome, and I'm already there for the last few days, and in 4 or 5 days it's going to be maybe 7 or 10 days, and I'm going to do a video and I will tell you the difference between earning fees in Aerodrome or VFAT, and just to know how much money they actually taking from us, and I'm surprised so far. Okay, so let's go back. So DeFi Llama is amazing tool for learning to get a lot of information from the DeFi space. So if you go to DeFi Llama, let me see if you can see right here. Yes, you can see. If you go to DeFi Llama and if you go here to overview, and you will see this is the chains. Let me see. Sorry, go to chains. Go here, right here to chains, and you will see that this is the chains. Let me see again if you can see right there. Yep. So this is the money in the last 24 hours, how much fees are paid by everybody who providing liquidity. So I'm not going to go into specific everything you need to know, but in the nutshell, just for the people to understand what is liquidity providing. So like example, this is Ethereum chain, the second one is Solana chain. On Ethereum chain for the last 24 hours, we have almost 2 billion trading volume, and so people who buy and sell, there are 2 billion in the last 24 hours, and in every protocol on Ethereum chain. And then we have almost 2.5 million into the fees, 2.5 million into from the fees. So all this money are provided are given for the protocol and the people who provide liquidity. Now, on Solana chain, we have 1.7 billion in 24 hours trading volume, and we have 1 million into trading fees, and that is crazy. Then we have BSC, we have base chain right here for 160,000. I believe that is much more because not always have all protocols right here. I'm not sure if this is have also Aerodrome protocol for base chain. That's the main DEX. Okay, so I hope you understand how much fees are earned. If you go right here on Crystal, let's say if you go just for Ethereum, you will see for different pools. So every chain have different pools for every token, and every pool have liquidity and also trading volume. So let's say, for example, this pool right now, USDC and SEI. What SEI is hot token in the last 4 days, what has been up for 70%. You will see that the total TVL, it's only 8 million, what is huge number, but the 24-hour volume, it's almost 4 times more than the TVL. Hope you can see this. Let me zoom in. So the fees what are earned here are $82,000 just by providing liquidity into this pool. So for everybody who provide liquidity in this pool, probably you earn between 1 to 3% per day in the last 4 or 5 days, of course, if you are in range. So keep that into consideration. Now, providing liquidity, now we are providing liquidity into V3. What's that going to say? So you can see here V3 Uniswap. So V3 is basically concentrate liquidity pool. So you must set up the range for the 2 tokens when you provide liquidity. If you're out of that range, that's mean you're out of range, which means you're not earning any fees. However, you still have your tokens there. It's converted to the low achieving a token. So if say go up 70% and your range was up to, let's say, I don't know, 25 cents, and say went to 50 cents, that's mean all your money are converted into the less the token who is not performing very well. In this case will be USDC, because USDC is stable. Again, this will be for a different topic of the video. Now let's go in Crystal. I would like to show you how much money are earned in every single pool right here, and this is a great also tool for doing a research. One of the best tools for doing research is Metrix Finance, and I did a video for Metrix Finance, and I'm going to do again. This is paid and free, and the free version have huge benefits for you, and you can get also the paid version for free for 2 weeks if you get registered. Use the link, by the way, down in the description to get access to Metrix Finance. Use for free just the free version. You can get a lot of information out there. So if you go, so again, Crystal and VFAT are great tools to do research and to provide liquidity if you want to any chain out there, to any single protocol. So let's say you go for Crystal. But we're going to do a separate video for Crystal and VFAT. But then you can pick up here any chain, and then you can pick up if you want different DEXs. Okay, so let's go back for VFAT. I like VFAT because it's much best user-friendly tool to use. And here you will see, if you go right there, if you go to weekly rewards, you will see that Ethereum USDC for the last week, they were over $1 million into rewards just into this pool. Just imagine how much money are provided for these people who provide liquidity. So you will see here, this is the pool, Ethereum with USDC, a 0.05 pool fee, which means each time when anybody doing the swap, you need to pay 0.05% fee. That is not a lot, but when the trading volume is huge of $1 billion, well, that is a lot of fees, like you can see here. And that's why I told you the fees are not correct on DeFi Llama, 150,000 for the last 24 hours, because according, let's say, right here, there are much more fees. And I believe, I think Aerodrome, the biggest DEX on base chain, it's not included right here, or maybe I'm wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. Now, you see right here, again, the fees and how much potential APR you can earn right now from this potential pool. But don't look the APR right now, don't get hyped, because if you go here, you will see like 28,000% APR, and that is not realistic, okay? So be careful with that. Be careful where you're getting into, because it's crypto and it's high risk. So some of the rules to get into the, let's go back now, let's go for what is the criteria. So from all my experience, what I find out, the best criteria is, what I can say is, first, you must know what tokens you want to get in. What are the blue tokens you want to get in? Because if you just want to get for the high APR, well, maybe the tokens are not great, because usually that is a meme token, so it can go to zero next day. So always, first thing, find the blue chip. Make sure you want to hold the 2 tokens when you want to provide liquidity. I do like providing liquidity by 2 assets, not with stables. I don't have anything with stables right now. Why? Because I believe that market will go up. What's mean, if you have, let's say, Ethereum with USDC and Ethereum hit over 4,000, that's mean that you going to go out of range. If your range is up to 4,000 and going to be converted into USDC. It's nothing wrong in that. It's like you doing DCA, getting out of Ethereum. Now, Again, there's a lot to talk for providing liquidity, but one of the criteria is pick up the blue chip tokens, what you want to hold for a long term. Make sure you have a nice and wide range. Talk about the range should be, according to me, around 25, 35, 40% up and down. Some of my tokens right now, before I was going between around 20, 25, 15 to 25%. Narrow range is going to be like, narrow range will be around 10, 15%. What I think is too narrow. And then a moderate range will be around 20-25, and wide range should be around 30-40%. But most of my pools right now are between 35, 40, 45, 50% up and down. I have a couple of meme tokens what I'm playing, like AIXBT or Anon, like or also what's called a couple of other tokens, SPX 500 or 6,000, whatever was the token, Fartcoin, and my range is around 70-80% up and down. Well, they give a lot of space for the token to go to fluctuate in the price because they're meme tokens and they can go up and down in the price every single day, and we cannot control that. The next criteria is you need to find a good DEXs, okay? So also the pool should have a good trading volume and also the liquidity inside. So the liquidity right here, let me see. So right here, so the 24-hour trade, so the TVL, total value locked. So the TVL and the 24-hour volume, and the 24-hour volume, it's good to be equal to the liquidity or more than the TVL or the total value locked. So in this case, you will see this is a great pool. Again, this doesn't mean this will be a bad pool, but it's much better if the liquidity is the trading volume is much more. Like example, this token right now, what's probably, I don't know what this token is, but probably it's a very risky, but you will see that this it's like 10 times more the trading volume in 24 hours, and that's why the APR is very huge. Okay, so I hope you understand that. Good DEXs. Every single chain have a couple of different DEXs. Like for Solana, I'm using Radium or Orca, or some people using Meteora. For Base, the best is Aerodrome. Also for, let's say you can use Uniswap to provide liquidity. Let me just open Uniswap right here. You can use Uniswap if you want to provide liquidity, and Uniswap is the best DEX for changing like tokens, also for best DEX for Ethereum, and also becoming very good DEX for Base Chain, Arbitrum, and many other chains. Right, if you click right here, and you will see right here every single chain what they support. Let's say for what's called PancakeSwap is the biggest chain DEX for BNB chain. And before I go, let me just explain you. Let's say this is Uniswap and I want to swap $35 for Ethereum on Base Chain. You will see here the little tick is Base Chain, the base sign. And you will see that right here by swapping, I will spend $35.24 and I will get back $35 by 0.23. Okay, so this is the, if you go right here, you will see the fee is a 0.25% fee tier, which means I'm going to spend 0.09 cents for Uniswap. Okay, so that's money going to go for everybody who provide liquidity, and this is the fee right here. I'm not sure, let me see if you can see it, and this right here is 0.01 fee. This is going for the gas fee, so you're paying two different fees, one for the liquidity providing for the swap to happen, and one for fee for the chain to go through the transaction. If you are on Ethereum chain, that transaction can be very expensive. It depends. The cheapest is in the morning at 4 or 5 a.m. Like UK time, and the basically at the moment it's around 50 cents to $1, which is very cheap. But if you go to Base Chain, to Arbitrum, to BNB chain, the fees are basically for free. So if you go here and you will see if I'm trying to swap, you will see this is the fee where I'm going to pay. Network cost 0.01, which means it's free, and 0.25% fee for the liquidity. So you have a proof and swap, and then you have a proof and swap, and then you're going to do the swapping. Again, you always click right here when you do the swapping, and then you sign and you confirm, and then you need to do 2 more confirm for the transaction to be done. Again, I'm not going to do now in the video because it's going to take forever. Again, that's about it for my side for this video, and let me know if you have any more question and about yield farming. And in the next video, I'm going to try to provide liquidity on VFAT. Then we're going to do Crystal, as I mentioned, Aerodrome. Then we're going to have Radium, Orca, and maybe Uniswap also, and PancakeSwap. The point is just to show you how you can provide liquidity and how you can earn a passive income every single day. All right, thank you so much. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.